I've been scared to make this video for a very long time for two reasons. Number one, being thin or skinny or slender really isn't exactly popular right now. I mean, back in the day when Twiggy, she was a big supermodel, she was very, very thin. She made it really popular to be very, very skinny. But now in the days of the Kardashians, Beyonce, Cardi B, being thick is a lot more popular. And honestly, that is awesome. I think we should embrace all shapes and sizes, and I promise you, I'm not just saying that. But then number two, I'm already skinny, and I'm not one of those girls that's like,
oh my God, I am so fat.
But I do have some really clever tricks that if you do want to look more slim and slender, I really think these tricks are going to be helpful for you guys. So let's just get started. Oh, and if you wanted to hit the subscribe button, now would be a good time. Okay, so as you've probably seen from the title, I am going to be talking about 10 different ways to look more slim. Now, there are 3 very basic and obvious tricks that you've probably all heard of, but I can't do this video without getting them out of the way, so I will be brief. Number 1, wear black. When in doubt, just wear black. It is by far the most flattering color, and it always camouflages any flaws you may have. And as they say, it takes 10 pounds right off your body. If only that were really true. And I mean, it tricks your eye. That's a lot of my tricks today are tricking the eye. Get on the scale wearing black, you'll still weigh the same. Number 2, vertical lines. Vertical lines is another way to trick the eye into thinking you are longer, more slender, more thin, and that you go this way, not this way. It's all about creating illusion. And number 3 is shapewear. I personally think it's a really good idea for everybody, no matter what size you are, to invest in a really good pair of shapewear. They can be a little bit expensive. I'm going to link my favorites down below. My favorite brand is Spanx, but no matter what size you are, it really defines your waist and can make any outfit look perfect. Maybe not any outfit, but a lot of outfits. Okay, so now that we've gotten those 3 basic and obvious tricks out of the way, let's move on to some tricks you may not have heard of before. All right, so what you have to do, you have to go find a very specific piece of clothing. And when you do, you must buy it. This sounds so interesting. Doesn't this sound so interesting? And that would be any shirt, dress, even a pair of pants that has a strip going down the side. Oh my gosh, guys. This is a gold mine. It's hard to find pieces like this, but if you find it, pounce on it. At least try it on and you will see the magic that can happen. So for example, here is a dress that I purchased a few months back. I don't know if it's still available, but like I said, I will spend a lot of time, actually, I don't know if I said this, I will spend a lot of time linking things down below of everything that I talk about, so you really have some options. So be sure to check out the description box. But I did buy this dress a few months ago, but oh my gosh, it's something that really tricks the eye into thinking that your body and your figure actually stops right at those edges. It can literally make you look half the size you really are, if that's what you're going for. And again, here is a pair of jeans I recently purchased, and they have a strip going down along the sides, making my legs look longer and slimmer. The next thing that I wanna talk about are heels. And I am fully aware that there's a lot of people out there that just don't like wearing heels. And to that I say, just move along to the next point. And no, I'm actually not going to say that heels make you look thinner, although that actually is true. But what I am going to say is that there are a certain type of heel that you should totally avoid. And I've actually never heard anybody say this before. And they would be these. I am currently inserting a picture of a pair of heels that actually starts very, very thin at the bottom of the heel and gradually gets very, very thick at the top. This just looks bad. It makes your entire leg look super, super just big. It makes it look big, not in a good way. So I'm not saying that you always have to buy thin and skinny heels. All I'm saying is you want the heel to be very, very proportionate, perpendicular, uniform. And that, my friends, makes your legs look better. And another thing about heels, and this picture, this actually has a rounded toe. Now, I know some people prefer a rounded toe, and if that's what you really like, that's probably fine. But I have to say, I really do think pointy-toed shoes, they really do elongate your legs and make your entire body look slimmer. Don't ask me why, it's just my personal opinion, so choose wisely. Think about those heels if you wear them, because I really do think they make a big yet subtle difference. Moving right along, the next trick has to do with your hair, and I'm doing it all wrong right now. The trick is, if you have long enough hair, is to actually just pull it back away from your face. It's a great way to actually make your entire face look thinner and slimmer. Just pull your hair up. It can be in a bun, it can be like a high ponytail, it could be a low bun, a low little ponytail. It doesn't really matter. What you are trying to do is get the hair away from your face, because believe it or not, like, this is adding extra real estate, inches. Do you guys know what I'm trying to say here? So if you just get your hair out of your face, it looks thinner. Oh my gosh, I'm not wearing earrings. Let's just cover that back up. Bonus tip, if you want an instant facelift, just really like slick your hair back, pull it super tight, make it painful. It might be painful, but you've got a cheaper version of a facelift. People actually do that. You're welcome. The next way to look slimmer and thin is to actually show more skin on top. And no, I'm not talking about cleavage, although that could work. I don't even have any. But that's okay. I'm actually talking about wearing a shirt with a wider neckline, a V-neck. I kind of am wearing a V-neck actually. But V-necks are my favorite because they start wide up here and then they gradually go down, and it actually makes the eye, when someone's looking at you, makes you look kind of broad and confident actually. And it kind of like goes down in a V and makes your waist look really thin. It's a great illusion. So consider those V-necks. Don't forget about them. That leads me to my next trick, which actually isn't really a trick. It's actually something that I think you should always keep in the back of your mind when you're putting together an outfit. And that would be to accentuate your slim areas with very tight clothing, and then wear loose clothing over your problem areas. Loose, tight, loose, tight. Put them together. It's great. So obviously this rule is going to be totally different for everybody. Everybody has their areas that they like or they don't like. And you could also flip this, and if you have an area that you actually want to make bigger, like for instance, the booty area or the derriere. Me, I don't have the biggest butt. And that's kind of like a thing right now. So what I can do is actually wear something very tight on top and something more loose on bottom to give the appearance that I have a bigger derriere. It's all about tricking the eye. Number 9 is to wear high-waisted pants or skirts, because anything high-waisted really sucks you in and defines your waist. Trust me, it is so much better than those annoying, low-riding jeans. Not good. Now, I realize that there's some people out there that have a larger tummy area and they actually avoid anything high-waisted because that can actually accentuate that area. And for that, I actually suggest anything A-line, like an A-line skirt or dress. Everyone needs this in their closet because it actually starts out at the skinniest part of your waist and then gradually goes down like an A, and it's not too form-fitting either, so it actually masks all of your problem areas, but it still defines the very most skinny part of your waist. Okay, people, we made it to the last and final trick, number 10. If you made it this far, comment down below that you made it this far. Sometimes I do this, I just like to gauge how many people actually watched the entire video. So if you did, good job. I am proud of you. Makes me happy. But anyway, the trick is completely different than all of my other tricks because it actually involves being tan. And if you are very fair, light-skinned, I'm not saying that's bad. I mean, just look at Emma Stone, Audrey Hepburn, Taylor Swift, Gwen Stefani. There's actually a lot. Like, you can look good and be Snow White. However, going back to my very first point, dark tones actually does give the illusion of looking thinner. I mean, come on, that's why tanning beds years back were so popular. We usually like ourselves a little bit more tan. So that's just something to keep in mind if you want to look and feel a little bit better. So I am gonna link some of my favorite self-tanners. There's 2 different brands that I absolutely love. I'll link them down below. I'm telling you guys, they are awesome. They are not orangey, they're not streaky. They leave a beautiful color, Saint Tropez and My Loving Tan. So anyway, link those down below. I kind of just alternate between the 2. they're fabulous. Okay, so that does it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Like I said, I'll link everything that I talked about down below, and I'll spend some time trying to find different clothing pieces, shoes, just anything that is kind of new and still available that might give you the tricks and the illusions that we talked about. So if you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you to do that now. I would love to have you back, but otherwise I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.